I'm Petty Officer Michael Wilkin. The Navy's newest aircraft completed its maiden voyage. The X-47B unmanned combat air system demonstrator took off from Edwards Air Force Base, California. Petty Officer Dale Patrick Frost takes a closer look at the first flight.
An X-47B unmanned combat air system demonstrator completed its first flight at Edwards Air Force Base, California, February 4th. The flight is an essential step in the Navy's groundbreaking effort to design, develop, and integrate an autonomous unmanned air system on an aircraft carrier. A Navy and Northrop Grumman team operated the aircraft from a ground control station located on the airbase. The vehicle flew a racetrack pattern with standard rate turns. The X-47B's maiden flight marks the start of a year-long test program at Edwards. After completion of initial airworthiness testing in California, the aircraft will be transported to Patuxent River Naval Air Station in Maryland for the rest of the carrier demonstration program. From Washington, I'm Petty Officer Dale Patrick Frost.
And Tuesday, the Pentagon released its National Military Strategy for 2011. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Admiral Mike Mullen, says the document provides a vision for how the joint force defends the United States and its allies. Admiral Mullen also says the strategy emphasizes military might is most effective when used along with other elements of power. That's your news update. For more military news, you can head online to pentagonchannel.mil.
Well, cyberbullying can affect children anywhere in the world, especially military kids living in a small community overseas. Petty Officer Brandon Shalander reports how Yokosuka Middle School is tackling the threat.
Say the word bully, and most people bring the same image to mind.
Somebody big picking up on a small guy, you know.
I think normally you think of somebody physically intimidating.
Mean, big kid.
Like a big, tough guy that, he picks on people.
The image of a big kid stealing lunch money and pushing around smaller kids is an easy one to think about. But it's harder to imagine what a cyberbully looks like.
I don't know.
No, I don't think that there's any particular, physical makeup of that kind of person. Just somebody who knows how to use a computer.
It's difficult to stereotype because anyone can be a cyberbully. And thanks to the accessibility of social networking to younger audiences, and as kids get more smartphones and computers, it's a growing problem. Mr. Geoffrey Fong is the principal of Yokosuka Middle School. Last year, he started a new anti-bullying initiative, which includes prevention of cyberbullying. Fong says the key to his strategy is making bullying a taboo among his students.
And one of the taboos that I want in Yokosuka Middle School is, that's not us, we don't pick on kids. And if I see it happening, I'm either going to stop it or I'm going to get somebody who can.
To make it taboo, Fong relies on his staff, and especially his assistant principal, Heather Rhine.
Well, I started noticing a trend rising among the students where there was a lot of bullying going on Facebook. And then I also come from a district back home where there was a suicide because of cyberbullying. So it kind of hits really close to home with middle school kids.
Ryan invited Naval Criminal Investigative Service officers to speak with students about social media and cyberbullying. And she says so far it's working, and the students agree.
I guess it really does help because I didn't really notice before, but I do take the precautions thanks to all the people that have been trying to help me. And thank you.
Petty Officer Brandon Shalander, Yokosuka Naval Base, Japan.
Coming up ahead and around the services, the Navy prepares to do battle with bed bugs. But first, rebuilding Afghanistan. We'll tag along with one provincial reconstruction team that's doing all it can to fix a school.